The streets of Los Angeles are as bustling as ever, people rushing to their destinations, absorbed in their own lives. Among them, a homeless man sits alone on a bench, a sandwich bag resting in his lap. His face is weathered, eyes scanning the passing crowd, yet there's an air of quiet dignity about him. He's waiting, perhaps for a sign, or maybe just for someone to notice him. What happens next will shift the course of his day in a way he never expected. Keanu Reeves steps out of a modest cafe, his usual calm demeanor radiating warmth. Dressed casually in a jacket and jeans, he's holding a sandwich in his hand, seemingly just another lunch break on an ordinary day. But as he walks down the street, something catches his eye. A man on a bench looking lost in the rush of the world. Keanu slows down, his footsteps deliberate, and without hesitation he approaches the man. Keanu doesn't ask for anything in return. With a simple, heartfelt gesture, he offers the sandwich to the stranger, a smile soft on his face. "I was wondering if you'd like this," Keanu says gently. "It's just a sandwich, but sometimes food doesn't really do the trick, does it?" The homeless man looks up at him, startled, as if this moment doesn't quite register at first. He stares at the sandwich, hesitant to take it. But then his hands reach out and he takes the food, his fingers trembling slightly. The two of them sit in silence for a moment, the sandwich shared between them. The noise of the city fades away as they sit together. Two strangers from different walks of life, connected by a simple act of kindness. The homeless man takes a slow bite, his eyes lingering on Keanu, who quietly waits. After a few moments, he speaks, his voice low but filled with emotion. "I don't know why you're doing this," he says, his voice cracking. I'm nobody." Keanu, with a calm understanding that only comes from experiencing life's ups and downs, looks at him with warmth. "I think we all feel like nobody sometimes," he says gently. "But you're not. You matter." The words hit the man hard, and for the first time in a long while, his walls start to crack. He begins to open up, sharing his story of hardship. He talks about the job he once had, the respect he earned, and the life he lost. "When everything fell apart, when I lost it all, I didn't know how to come back," he says, the vulnerability in his voice evident. "I lost my wife, my home, my dignity. I thought people would stop seeing me as a person." Keanu listens intently, never interrupting, his gaze steady and compassionate. After the man finishes speaking, there's a quiet pause. Keanu places a hand gently on his shoulder, offering comfort without needing words. "I know what that's like," Keanu says softly. "It's not easy, but you don't have to do it alone. You matter, and there's always a way back." The homeless man looks up at Keanu, a tear escaping his eye. It's not just about the sandwich, it's about being seen, about being reminded that even in moments of despair, there is still kindness in the world. Keanu's simple act of sharing a sandwich has become something far deeper, a reminder that kindness isn't always grand gestures or spectacular moments. Sometimes it's as simple as seeing someone who feels invisible and taking a moment to say, "You matter." As they continue talking, the crowd around them carries on with their busy lives, oblivious to the quiet exchange happening on the bench. But for the homeless man, something has shifted. In that brief moment of connection, he's reminded that he's not forgotten, that someone cares. Keanu doesn't change his life in an instant, but in a way he does. The sandwich becomes a symbol of hope, a tiny spark that lights up a man's soul. And for Keanu, this is just another ordinary day, except he knows that sometimes the simplest acts of kindness have the most profound impact. The camera lingers on the two of them, sharing a moment of quiet reflection. Keanu smiles, stands up, and walks away. As he disappears into the crowd, the man on the bench watches him go, a new sense of warmth and understanding in his heart. The sandwich, now half-eaten, serves as a reminder that even in the toughest times, kindness can shine through. And perhaps, just perhaps, it's the very thing that can help us find our way back.